Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I'm coming to you with another Harlequin project video. This is for week number 48. So I know I said last week that these videos were going to come out on Fridays, but I have moved things around a little bit. I was putting my calendar together for the videos that I want to put out in the month of July. Yes, I planned that far ahead. Most of my videos, I do the same videos week to week. Like every Sunday, you're going to be seeing a reading vlog. So yes, reading vlogs are back, my friends. On Mondays, I have a new type of video coming out that you guys will have already seen called New Release Mondays, talking about books that are coming out in the week to come that I am super excited about. And then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays are going to be kind of like the catch-all for everything else. Like we're going to have, like my wrap-ups, or my Harlequin anticipated reads, or I want to start doing videos on tropes and talking about different tropes in romance and giving some recommendations. I'm going to be doing one of those a month. So stuff like that, kind of like a little bit of everything. On Thursdays are now going to be the Harlequin project videos where I'm going to share the books with you that I plan on reading in the week to come for my Harlequin project, which I will talk more about in just a second. On Fridays are going to be my weekly TBR. So they used to be on Saturdays, they're now going to be on Fridays. The reason I moved them is because now on Saturdays are the days I'm doing my reading sprints. I've decided that Saturdays works for me very, very well. I am mostly home on Saturdays. Like it might be once every 3 or 4 months that I wouldn't be able to do a Saturday live. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a live show every Saturday of reading and productivity sprints starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it'll go maybe 4-ish hours or so. I thought that way it amalgamates and can let people who are in the UK or overseas join us, as well as people who are on the West Coast, because it's a Saturday, might be able to join as well. I saw a lot of new faces when I did this last Friday on my day off, and I really loved it. So that's why I'm doing that. So basically, I have a video coming out every single day. And I'm okay with that because I bulk film on the weekends. Like right now, today, the day that I'm filming this is actually Monday. I'm off work for the day as well. I have a vacation day. Or it's the Canada Day statutory holiday today. And so I'm just bulk filming for this entire week. And I've been doing this for maybe an hour. And yeah, I love it. I love the idea of sitting down once and filming all the things. And then I can take my time editing and posting, and it makes me happy. So back to the Harlequin project. So essentially the Harlequin project is me reading books off of my category romance Harlequin Mills and Boon shelves. And yeah, pretty much reading through them. So each week I pick 3 books. Don't know where that accent came from. Can you tell I've been filming for, an hour or so? I'm getting to the point now. In all reality, on the weekends, what I try and do is I try and film a couple videos on Saturday and a couple on Sunday. So that's usually my goal. Like today was just an anomaly where I'm filming all the things at once. And it's fine. It's fine. So essentially, I pick 3 books off of my Harlequin Mills and Boon category romance shelves. And they're not just necessarily Harlequin Mills and Boon. I have some Kismet books here. I have some, oh gosh, what else? Love Swept I have up in here as well. Not as many of those, but some. So yeah, there's a little bit of everything on these shelves, but they're all category essentially. And yeah, so that's exciting. So I picked 3 of them at random and I share them with you guys. Now, unlike my weekly TBRs, whereas with my weekly TBRs, if I don't get to a book, I kind of put it to the side and shelve it. Be like, I will get to you at some other point. With these, though, these I allow to carry over week to week. So even though week 28 starts on Sunday, if I'm still reading one of the books from last week, I will continue reading that. So these might, even though I say this is for week 28, these might not get picked up right away. But they go on the list, essentially, and I'm going to slowly just work through them that way. So yeah. So the first book I have here is a cowboy romance, and this is for the Retro Romance Readathon, and that is being hosted by myself and Storm over at Storm Reads. Storm created this readathon, and it is to essentially read retro romances. Now, typically this is done in February, where we do the whole month of February for retro romance, but in July we do a week, and it's the 9th through the 16th because Storm's birthday falls in between those dates, and But most of us, Storm and myself included, are pretty much going to be reading retro romance all month long. So I am trying to pick a book every single week for this. And there are 3 prompts. The first prompt is to read a book with snow on the cover. The second prompt is to read a cowboy romance. And the third prompt is to read a book that features Christmas. And so I'm going to do that for the first 3 weeks. And then for the 4th week, I'm going to find a book that is a cowboy Christmas romance, retro cowboy Christmas romance with snow on the cover, so I can amalgamate all 3 categories into one. But like I said, this week we have a cowboy romance. And this is Montana Dreaming by Nadia Nichols. Look at that cover. This is part of the Home on the Ranch series. So the Home on the Ranch series is not a series you needed to read in order. Essentially, these were just saying that all these books take place on a ranch. They're cowboy romances. That's how you knew that if you were in the store, if the cover couldn't tell you that. But you know what I mean. So let me read the back of this one for you. Chronically low cattle prices and her father's skyrocketing medical bills may have forced Jessie Weaver to sell the ranch that's been in the family since the mid-1800s. But no way will she let developers wreak havoc with her glorious Montana mountains. So she writes conservative restrictions into the deed of sale, even though it means taking a huge loss in land value. Even though Guthrie Sloan, her boyfriend, thinks she's dead wrong, and it will mean the end of them as a couple. Hot-headed and old-fashioned, Guthrie may have disagreed with Jessie's dream for her land and stormed off to Alaska in protest. But no way can he quit her, especially when he gets word that Jessie Weaver needs him, that bad things may be happening to her up in the Montana mountains. Does that not sound good? Oh my gosh. Like, look at the house in the picture, you guys. Like, these covers are just... These books were released for a single month. This sat on the shelf for the month of September in 2002 for 30 days. That's it. The detail in this cover, even on the back, it sat on a shelf for 30 days. It blows my mind with category romance. It really, really does. So, yeah, that's the first one. The second one is an old Harlequin Regency romance. I have actually never read any of these, but I am super, super excited. This is called The Tart Shop by Phyllis Taylor Panika, I think. This is number 3. Number 3 in the Harlequin Regency romance series. Oh, this is number 1085, in case you guys are curious. And this was published in June of 1989. Way back, my friends, way back. Tea and cakes for discriminating tastes. The sign outside the tart shop door came as a welcome relief to Lady Constance. She and her Aunt Millicent were traveling from Cornwall to London. Yet afflicted as she was with a violent illness, Constance simply had to lie down. Surely this country house would not deny them lodging for the night. The inn was unexpectedly comfortable and strangely ornate. Little did Constance suspect what events would befall her. In her exhausted slumber, she didn't know that Jeremy St. James, a rakish earl, was frequenting the establishment. Nor did she stir when he knowingly entered her bedchamber. Oh, dun dun dun. I thought these were sweet romances. Maybe I'm thinking the Signets. Oh, I'm very excited now to read this one. Sounds really good. And last but not least, we have a more recent release. Cheers. Coffee out of my giant Peeps mug. Must have coffee to get through videos. We have Her Seal Bodyguard by Cindy Dees, a Harlequin romantic suspense novel. This was published in May of 2022, so this came out just a little over a year ago. It's number 2181 in this line. She's supposed to be in hiding, but his eyes are on her. I have that song now in my head by The Police. You know the song I'm talking about. Every breath. I'm not going to sing. When her life is in danger, operative Gia Rykoff plans to lie low in a small town. A different name, a slight disguise, and her years of training should keep her safe. But she's attracted the attention of Marcus Tate. The muscular stranger claims to be a Navy SEAL. But can Gia trust that Marcus isn't the man sent to kill her? This is part of the Runaway Ranch series. So yeah, that sounds really good. I can tell you for sure that this book is available as an ebook. I do not know about the other ones, to be completely honest, but if either of them sound good to you, and maybe once I read them, depending on my review, you guys can hunt out thrift books to see if you can find them. I know I'm almost certain that the Tart Shop is not available as an ebook. So yeah, there's my picks for this week, guys. Let me know below, did any of those sound good to you? Have you actually read any of these? I would love to know that as well. That's the one thing with categories that, you know, these are books you guys have probably never even heard of before. And I think that that is super fun to not only get to finally read them, but to share them with you guys. So until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.